How's it going, everybody? So, I don't know how many views this is going to get. And, yeah, small channel, still trying to grow. But I figured everybody should be vocal, because that's the only way to garner attention or to try to make change. So, um, so I want to talk about this. As you can see from the title below, is about the changes coming to Fortnite. And so this is going to be a little bit of a longer one. I'm not going to put like a time limit on it or whatnot, because there's a lot that I want to get out about my feelings on Fortnite as a whole. And then we'll get into the whole rigmarole of what's going on. So, setup. I'm not much of a gamer. I am a casual gamer at best. I love video games though. But my passion, as you can see from the rest of my channel, is movies. I'm a big film buff. I like watching TV shows. I like reading books or listening to audiobooks. So it takes a lot for a game to really get me in. Like my favorite video game, still to this day, is probably Kingdom Hearts 2. Both Kingdom Hearts games are just absolutely phenomenal. I haven't been able to play 3. I played a little bit of Birth by Sleep when I had Game Pass on Xbox, but I wasn't able to finish it because I got stuck in one part. But I love Kingdom Hearts. That is my favorite franchise ever. Then right below that would probably be, like I like more cinematic, like, kind of like movie type games. So I love like the Life is Strange games, and I like Heavy Rain, and I haven't played it myself, but I've watched YouTubers play Detroit Become Human. I really want to get my hands on that to play. I like games like Sea of Thieves, even though I have my issues with that game as well. I like, I'm really enjoying Hogwarts Legacy. I just grabbed it when it came to Epic for free at the end of last year. So, I can't wait to jump back into that and continue. So that sort of maybe gives you an idea. I love Minecraft. I like things where you can be like artistic and like, just kind of like build and stuff. But I grew up playing games like Halo, and I loved the Call of Duty games for a bit. Grew up playing things like Red Alert as well. So maybe that gives you an idea where my mindset is kind of coming from. Fortnite, when I found it, I hadn't played it for years because I tried playing it once, and the building just, my brain isn't built for that. So I was like, I tried it for like a week, and I was like, nah. I think it was when trying to think of when that was for. Because it was pretty close to when I actually started playing in Zero Build, once that became a thing. It was like a season or two before that, you know. Oh, you know what? I was wrong. I apologize. I jumped in to try and experience the Star Wars thing where Palpatine comes back, and evidently I guess I missed it, but like I tried to play a match, and well, yeah. So me and all of my friends that started playing the game together started playing like the last month of No Sweat. What was it? or vibin. That's what it was, vibin. And so I got Darth Vader as a skin, Indiana Jones, um, and I've been playing ever since. Um, there's only been like one season I think where I didn't buy or get the battle pass, but I pretty much have bought every season, and I've seen all the changes that's come and gone. Um, and so that's kind of where I'm at. Fortnite has made it probably into like my top three favorite games. I would say Kingdom Hearts, Fortnite, and Sea of Thieves are probably like my top three in terms of like if I was gonna sit down and play a video game, it would probably be one of those that I would want to sit down and play. Minecraft, very close, and fourth. I don't know what would be fifth, but you know. Um, and you know, Fortnite has made a lot of changes, and I haven't agreed with, and haven't liked, and stuff like that. But to me, those things are minor. You know, things started to get, um, or got worrisome when they chose to let all of the hackers back in the game recently. That's kind of been when I've stopped playing because I was like running into hackers. I'm 90% sure most of the time that I was hopping in and playing. And I couldn't even break the top 20, you know. Um and you know, I'm not going to say that I'm such a good player on solo that I make it into the top 20 all the time. But when I'm not making it at all and I'm playing a good number of matches, it's kind of annoying, you know? Like something is clearly up. Like I'm not that bad, you know? I definitely have my bad matches though. Like I am definitely one of those players where for me to be really good, I need my kit. Like the weapons that I'm good with or not. If I have guns that I'm, you know, and stuff that like I'm not good with, then then I'm a crap fest. And I don't mind saying that out loud. But I still enjoy playing even when I lose. What's not fun is when it's clear you're losing not because you're sucking, but because there's possibly something else going on. So I'm not gonna lie. This season, I haven't really played that much because it just hasn't really been that fun, and it sucks because they added two of my favorite movie characters ever into the game with the bride, and then my man Marty McFly. Like I got Marty McFly. I bought the DeLorean. Um, so, you know, um, so here let's hop into the nitty gritty. Fortnite is changing the prices of their V-Bucks packages. And they're also changing what people get if you pay for Fortnite Crew. In my humble opinion, I don't pay, I haven't ever paid for Fortnite Crew since the new version of it. I did do it like a few times, but not since Festival and Lego and all of that has come to Fortnite. Um, and So they are raising the prices and lowering how much you get in V-Bucks. But they're also adding a 99-cent V-Buck package where you get like 50 V-Bucks, which interesting. You know, I've been in some situations in the past where that would have been nice. But yeah. Um And I saw this post that somebody made, and I'm on my phone clearly, so I can't put it up on the screen. But I think somebody said that, like, if you pay for Fortnite Crew, you're gonna be losing, like, if you pay for the whole year, like $144, right, a year. If you're doing that, you're losing like $46 in value that you're getting right now. Like, you're losing like 5,600 V bucks, I think, going forward after the 19th. And it's at this juncture, which I would say, I don't know that Fortnite is worth paying for anymore. You know, $9.99 or $8.99 for 1,000 V bucks, worth it. It's close enough where it kind of lines up in my mind. The next two bundles, as is right now, are, you can argue. Like, I think they're fairly okay, but, you know, I've also talked with a friend who felt otherwise, and he didn't have a wrong argument, you know? So, you know, now the fact it feels like you're basically paying double to get less V-Bucks. Like, I don't see any reason to spend money in this game anymore. It's a free-to-play game. For those of us that have been playing for years and we have our lockers built up, it's like I told my friend, I know Sora is coming as a skin soon. I will definitely get Sora because I'm such a Kingdom Hearts fan. There might be some Star Wars characters. I might want to complete my Star Wars collection, right? But if I know that I'm already at a deficit going in and I'm going to be losing money, it's got to be something really worth having in the game. So my honest opinion to people is, if you are wanting the pass, pay for it once and don't spend your V-Bucks, and just let it pay for itself as long as you can. Or, honestly, like I said, if you've been paying for a bit and you have skins that you like playing as, don't buy it again. Don't buy it again. Like, if on the 19th it's really going to be only 800 V-Bucks, I already have enough for next season. I've got 900. I've got like a few more V-Bucks to unlock in my bonus things, right? But I already have enough for next season. So next season is already bought for me, you know? And as long as I keep track of how much V-Bucks I have and I don't overspend, I'm always going to have enough for the next season. So why put money into the game when I can just let it eat itself? Prior to this moment, I would tell people that were questioning whether to get into Fortnite, I would tell them, you know, before the hacker thing, before this, I would tell them, I think for what you spend, for the amount of play and time you get out of it, it is well worth the money spent into it. You know, it doesn't mean that it's perfect, but especially with them adding the exact V-Bucks thing as well, that has gone a long way to fix things that I have had a problem with this game. But now you're just creating a whole new problem that's almost worse. And here's the thing, I want to use this analogy, right? Let's say you have a bakery, right? You've got customers, right? Because I'm seeing some people use a reason for why Epic and Fortnite is doing this, right? And I'm gonna clap back at that, all right? And I'll tell you what people are saying after I tell you the analogy. The analogy is this: say you have a bakery, right? and you're selling, it doesn't matter what, cookies, cakes, it doesn't matter. But let's say for whatever hand, you're short-handed, you don't have enough people working and making things. And so now you expect for every 2 cakes bought, right? Or every 3 batches of cookies, now customers have to come and help clean the kitchen, or help like wash the dishes or whatever. They have to help out in the bakery. They're the customers. It isn't their job to like be the brunt of your problems. You're the business. Handle your own stuff. Likewise, with Epic and Fortnite, a lot of people are saying that there are 2 reasons coming up for this. A, Epic and Fortnite have a lot of bills and they're not able to pay it. The other one is with this new map building thing and people getting paid to make Fortnite maps. I guess there are some map creators that are making millions of dollars, and so they don't want that money coming out of the revenue that they're already getting. So they're doing this to try to have a little extra pile that they can take that money out of, kind of. No. Bad. That's... No. Like, this is the sad thing about Fortnite. In general, Fortnite is a really good game. And it sucks the fact that it's in this state. And that it has such a bad rep with people that just want to poo-poo on it for whatever reason. Because it's a free-to-play game. Because, it's this or that. Like, I think once the first-person mode comes to the game, I think once their collab game with Disney, whatever it's going to be, comes, I think we're going to be surprised at how fun and how amazing it's going to be. I really do. But you're killing your own game. You're making these decisions and you're not making people want to come back. And look, I'm not going to expect any game company, especially a game like Epic, that is doing what they're doing with Fortnite, to like make everything dirt cheap, right? But you have to be reasonable too. You have to find that balance of, it's compromise. There's got to be that compromise where everybody is having to give up on something that they wish was a little bit different, but we're able to come together a little bit on a common goal. That's where I felt like the V-Bucks have been. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive than I think maybe V-Bucks should be right now, but you know what? For the value that you get versus how much things are in the shop, like, it still goes, like, the almost $40 one right now will easily get you like a car and maybe a skin bundle and a skin on its own, depending on what you're going after, right? Or 2 or 3 skins, right? If you're not interested in the vehicles. That to me is a good value, But if I'm not able to get that out of it moving forward, that's a problem. That shouldn't change. The lesser bundle ish shouldn't be $40. Like the 3,000 or whatever shouldn't be 40. Like, that makes no sense. To me, that is too much. Don't become Call of Duty. If Fortnite ever gets to the point where you're paying $30-$40 a pop to be able to buy shit in the game, it's gone down a bad road. And at that point, Fortnite will not be worth it anymore. This, if they keep things as is, and this goes through in a week or two, my humble, honest opinion, as a Fortnite lover, I don't think this game is going to be worth spending money into. Because I have to look about this at this realistically. Everything is getting more expensive. Gas, food, like literally everything. As a person, you can't justify putting this kind of money when you're not getting a certain amount of return back out of it. You just can't. It's kind of like what people were saying about the whole Netflix buying Paramount thing. You know, they were into it at a certain price because it would be great to have, it would be fun to have, but only at a price that makes sense for them. It got out of that price range, so it isn't worth it anymore. And that's kind of what Fortnite is right now. At a certain price, putting into the game, spending money in the game, worth it. Right now, I don't think it's worth it anymore. Because if they're willing to do this to us as the player base, we're probably going to get to a point where there's no more IP characters and skins in the pass. No more Bugs Bunny, no more Darth Vader, no more anything like that. And it's just regular Fortnite characters. Because they've strung us along this long, and they realize that we'll let them do whatever they want to us. My honest call, and I never thought that I would say this, but I think when the next season rolls around in a few weeks, we all should boycott. We all should just not play for a couple days and see what happens. Because we need to let them know this isn't the move to make. And that's my honest thoughts. Thanks for watching, everyone.